Welcome back to the Leicester Sound Vodcast. We're on to week 4 now. It's Sarah from the news team here. I'm going to be telling you all about what's been going on at the station this week. The lads have come back from Ibiza looking quite nice and tanned, and Michelle's returned from her swine flu quarantine/holiday that she's been on for the last week. She's feeling a lot better, which is great news. Now Yvonne has been off on holiday again this week, so we've had Adam in again. He's going to be starting off this week's vodcast. So after the sad news on Friday that Sir Bobby Robson passed away from cancer.
Well, I was never actually lucky enough to meet Sir Bobby Robson, but I don't think you needed to meet him to know that he was a true footballing legend. He was a real ambassador for English football. He coached in countries like Spain and Portugal, and obviously was the manager of the national team. But I think most of all, I think what he'll probably be remembered for maybe won't be perhaps the trophies or the successes or even taking England to the semi-finals of the World Cup and so nearly the final. But the fact that he was a true gentleman who nobody had a bad word to say about, and that's so rare these days. And I think it's why Bobby Robson will quite rightly be remembered as almost the father of English football, a true legend.
Now, as well as Adam in the news team this week, we've had Jack in on work experience, and we've put together a little guide as to what you get to do when you come here.
Cup of tea.
It's 5:10. It's usually just a few of us in this time, but we've got work experience Jack in this morning. Jack, what time did you get up at?
Too early.
All right, please tell everyone, Jack, it's not just about making tea, is it? What have you been doing this week?
Well, I've conducted phone interviews with Olympic athletes, ex-champions. I have written bulletins, recorded bulletins. I have learnt to use all the software and made a lot of tea.
Worth your time?
Definitely.
And what was it like getting up at 4 a.m?
The most horrible experience of my life.
Okay, so any pity for those of us who do it every day?
You get paid for it.
See, it's not just about making tea. You do get to do a lot of stuff when you come in with us. Now, Michelle, come back from her holiday. She's got these big, horrendous sounding plans to get us both fit and skinny. Have a look at this.
Well, we both want to get a little bit fit, and I think the only way we can do that is putting ourselves through a bit of military training.
Does that involve army men with army arms?
Sweat and tears. Army men, mainly one army man called Andy, who is going to put us around paces.
Does this mean I have to give up drinking, give up having a life?
For 6 weeks, you will be training 5 nights a week for an hour.
Tell me why I want to do this.
Why do you want to do this?
I want to be thin.
There you go.
Is there not an easier way of doing it?
No.
And the biggest and probably the best news of the week is that both Ivan and Damien are back from their trip over to Ibiza together. I've been asked to point out that while they went together, they didn't go together. There was a group of lads who went and spent a couple of weeks in the sunshine there. What have they been up to since they've been back? Well, here's Ivan, then Damien. Ivan, have you been enjoying your week back after your 2 weeks lads holiday?
I'm really tired, aren't I? Because I've been doing some really long shifts and that. So I know it looks like I'm going at 10 minutes to 12, but I do have to go to, I don't want to say job number 2 because that sounds like I'm just spreading myself about like some sort of tart. But I am obviously at this moment in time in demand. That could change at any given moment, and I could be at home watching Jeremy Kyle on a daily basis. Thankfully that hasn't happened just yet, but it could well happen. You don't really know, do you?
Oh, hi. I'm Damien. I do the drive show here at Leicester Sound and the Saturday breakfast show. This is being filmed on a Saturday, which is why I look like a right mess. Little insight into my world. Here's what I'm doing today. Two things, actually. First off, I'm trying to get a celebrity to retweet me on Twitter. Obviously, Twitter's been in the news right now. Darren Bent, naughty boy. At the moment, I'm waiting for a tweet back from Eddie Izzard, who's running the country. He's doing something like 36 marathons. I've asked him how many pairs of trainers he's getting through. No reply. The other thing I'm doing is stalking the new Leicester Tigers player, Thingy Staunton. You have a look on the internet here. Come on, move your legs. Which one of those is Staunton? Ooh, that one. Ladies, is he a bit of a fitty? Who knows?
You can't really see. Let's have a look.
Him. He's the new one. Get a piece of that. He'll be down terrace. Oh, yeah. Look, no ring on his finger. Oh, beautiful. Nothing. Not married. And the third thing I'm doing today is drinking from the cup of Ivan. Ivan loves it when I drink from his cup. When I put my lips right around. He loves it. So hopefully he'll return the favour in the next vodcast. So I've got to go now. So there's the door. Oh, before you leave, you have to watch me sanitise my hands because we're still on the sanitizer. Look at that. Whoa. That's X-rated. For the ladies, rub it together. Something like that. Get out, I've got some work to do. Bye.
Damien's a charmer, isn't he? Anyway, that's it for this week's vodcast. I'll be back again next week, but until then, stay lovely, Leicester.